is that any better? I don't know. We'll see. It's looking a little bit better. I'm seeing green lights. Green for go, right? So that's good. Still hopping in the yellow, red a little bit. But my drop frames are way, way less. Ooh. Just gotta love technical difficulties, right? Okay. It's looking better. I'm going to assume it is better until proven otherwise. Yeah. Okie dokes. Okay. Oof. Alright, it looks like Figma. It seems like Figma takes up a lot of bandwidth. So the moment I brought Figma on the screen and started doing, like, I just brought it on the screen, my kilobytes per second dropped to like 500. And it dropped like 400 frames. So that is interesting. Oof. Dang it. You know what? I might just have to record this and post it up later. Because I'm still getting like 10% dropped frame rate. So someone is probably using a lot of my internet upstairs. I live with 4 roommates upstairs, and someone's probably doing something that's taking up a lot of bandwidth. It's crashing my thing. So I'm just gonna record the video, and I will post it up when I am done. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. I know it sucks, but recorded video is just gonna be better in the long run. Sadly, I don't get to see anybody talk, so that kind of stinks, but I'll post the video. I'd love to see what you guys think, and thoughts, comments, and all the violent reactions in in the comments of the video. So, drop frames are doing a lot better now. You know, let's just go for it. I don't care. Let's just go for it. All right. So we were talking about DApp and wallet. And so we send a transaction request to a wallet. We send signed transactions back to the DApp. A piece that I didn't really talk about here is that we also need to connect with the wallet and request that the wallet give us permission to work, or like, I guess I should say request that we have permission to work with the wallet. So for this DApp, I am only going to be using Wallet Connect because I honestly, I do not care about trying to set up, I believe the only, let's see, so Eco Wallet supports QuickSign in the extension. They don't support QuickSign in Wallet Connect. I'd love for them to support QuickSign in Wallet Connect. However, they don't follow KIP 17, Kadena Improvement Proposal 17. At least last I checked. They weren't following it. Chainweaver uses a special local host to talk with, like you speak with a special local host, and they also don't follow Kadena Improvement Proposal 17. So they have QuickSign, but they don't follow the standards. So I thought this was kind of funny. The wallet that Kadena themselves have made does not follow the standard that Kadena themselves have made. So I sent a message, like Crypto Pascal, a really active community member, has created an issue request on the Chainweaver repo. I also sent that issue to some people at Kadena, so hopefully they can, get that fixed, because I think that is probably, for lack of a better term, like it's just a massive oversight. You spend all this time building a standard, and then you yourselves don't even follow the standard that you built. So it's a simple change, but it's just to me it feels indicative of additional problems, or like just lack of communication in like inter-team communication at Kadena themselves. So yeah, I'm really hoping that Koala Wallet, I'm working with them directly. I'm going to help them. I'm going to force them to actually follow KIP 17. And they will be using Wallet Connect, so that's what I will be using as well. But yeah. Okay, so we have a secondary like wrapper around this piece, or I guess I should say perhaps a more foundational piece is just connecting with the wallet itself. And in order to do that, we're going to be using Wallet Connect with the library that I built. And just for simplicity, we're just going to copy a lot of the code that I already wrote for my example DApp. Just because, why rewrite code when I have already written code? So we're going to see what I can steal and what I cannot. Close all. So we can scoot this over to the left side. Boop. Alright, so we have... Okay, let's check out our utils. We have our crypto utils. We have Kadena, which is used... Yep. So I can take this Kadena. I also think this will be really good for other DApps wanting to implement Wallet Connect, learning how to use it. So I'll just be walking through how to use Wallet Connect throughout this. Right. Okay, so first things first. I'm going to copy this Kadena class over. And I should be able to hopefully just drag and drop, right? We'll see. Did it move the file? Did it copy the file? It copied it. Perfect. Okay. We're going to do flutter pub add wallet connect flutter v2, just so we can get our wallet connect flutter going on. And then we are going to get this Web3 app working for us. Come on, Flutterpub. Give me my stuff. No, nothing. Okay, it's running Flutterpub. Yeah. All right. We can just wait for that to finish then. Okay, and this class right now, it is actually just using a test. Like it just uses test data. And so that's not quite what I want to do. And I actually also don't really care about all these other methods. The only thing that I really want is Kadena sign v1. Actually, I don't even care about Kadena sign. I don't want that. I don't care about sign, quick sign v1. I just want get accounts v1, Kadena quick sign v1. So I'm going to get rid of these. And I am going to get rid of these. Okay, I don't care about my test data. I can get rid of that. So honestly, the Kadena service, I will likely, or at least I think it would be a good idea to put these functions inside of my Kadena service. So I can call Kadena sign v1, Kadena quick sign v1 with the appropriate information. Actually, I don't care about sign v1, do I? I just said that. Goodbye. Peace. All I want is these two. So this, I don't care about this static, this Kadena sign v1. I do not care about... Okay, these are actually the only two that I do care about, and I'm going to steal them. I'm going to put them in this Kadena service. I'm going to make them non-static. I don't want them to be static. And here's what I'm going to do. Right now, it's accepting a Web3 app, but honestly, I don't really want a Web3 app. I know I said I wanted to use Wallet Connect, but I do enjoy making things more robust than that. And so I'm actually going to create a provider. And these providers are just going to be different wallets. And instead of provider, I might just call it a wallet provider. Or maybe just a wallet. Let's do that. Let's do wallet. So we have wallets. Just have iWallet.dart. And this is going to be an abstract class, iWallet. And you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to have ChatGPT build all this crap for me, huh? So, here's what we're going to do. Well, honestly, this is such a simple thing. At least it seems simple, right? I think it's simple. Let's build the abstraction, and then let's have Kadena or ChatGPT build the implementation for Wallet Connect for us. So we have an iWallet. And what are the things that we can do with a wallet? Well, first off, we need to be able to connect to said wallet. So we need a connect function. So I'm going to make a future void connect. And this connect is just going to, yeah, that's about it. It's just going to connect. As far as information regarding the connect, that is something we will likely need to provide. So let's see. We don't want to. If we can pass in just some dynamic data, and I'll make this optional so we don't actually need it. Dynamic info. Just call it info. So we have our iWallet with the future connect, future void. So we can connect. We want to disconnect. And perhaps this also has information. Maybe call it a reason. Then we want to have future void quick sign, or maybe just say request. Just say it's request. We have some dynamic info for the request, and this is actually going to be required. I'm going to require that. Required. We're going to request some data. So there we have it, and the request should return just a future dynamic. That should actually give me something back, right? Okay, so we have our iWallet, and we can connect, we can disconnect, we can request, and we can just pass in any random old data that we want. Same for info, same for reason, but both of these can be null. I don't need to provide info nor a reason, but with the data, I do want that. Okay, so that is looking pretty good, I will admit. I think it's looking good. So what are we going to do now? We are going to take this abstract class, and our goal is to get ChatGPT to build something for us. Right, I am building a wallet interface in Flutter. It has this is the interface. I need to build a wallet connect implementation of this interface. I have a Web3 wallet with this interface that I can interact with. Okay, so let's go and find our Web3 wallet interface. Web3 app, sorry, Web3 app interface. So we've got connect, we've got request. We also have common, which allows disconnecting the session. And you know, just to make it simpler, I do have this. Okay, so obviously we're going to be using this connect function. We're going to be using the disconnect function. I'm just going to copy this whole thing and slap it in here. Please build me the wallet connect. You know what? I'm going to call it a wallet provider just to be a bit more clear. Because these... See what it does. I just gave it a lot of text. Create a new file named wallet connect provider Dart. Yes, sir. Wallet connect provider Dart. I've done it, sir. I have done as you desired. Your project path. I sign client. Okay, I don't need that. Oh. It's nice that it gives me all these imports separate, you know? Wallet provider. Okay, now we're gonna wait to see how he does. So we got our future connect. Wait, sign client pair. Ah, okay. That's not quite right, friend. Almost. Almost right. I would expect him to call the sign client connect method, not the... Ah, it's interesting. I mean, it was in there, right? We got pair connect. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So this wallet connect provider class implements the... Okay, so I mean, he built it. Let's see how he does. I mean, we already know that the pair is wrong. But that's okay. Ah, gotta fix that. Because it should be just be part of the wallet connect flutter v2. Let me just fix that right now. That's nice when you're the one building things, right? Oh, that's off. That's not where I want you. There we go. Yeah, you have the iSign client. I guess just forgot to put it there. Okay, so that should work. We have our request. If the data is session request params, then we do the thing. Okay. So we have a choice here. Do we want to make this more specific? So that instead of just request, we're actually calling the specific function that is needed for Kadena? Or do we want to make this a bit more agnostic, chain agnostic? For simplicity, I will probably just set it up so it calls the specific function. That way I don't need to be really, like, I don't have to say, like, oh, we're requesting this dynamic data type that could be anything that we want, and we can do things with it, right? So yeah, that's my thought. I want this to be connect. And you do want info. Excuse me. Let's see. If I make you a specific type, will you get angry? You do. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we are going to connect. This info is, I'm going to say that it is a specific kind of object that has all of this information within it. So, I might just say it's a JSON object for simplicity. Got pairing topic, I got relays, I don't care about really any of those. Required namespaces, optional namespaces, session properties, and pairing topic. Those are the ones that I care about. So those are the ones we're going to get. So required namespace is going to be info, required namespaces. And you're getting angry. Oh, if info is URI, I don't want a URI. We're going to say map string dynamic. That should fix it. There we go. Awesome. So, whoop, that's not what I wanted. Optional namespaces. Optional namespaces. Then we have session properties. And last but not least, we have our pairing topic, if we have one. And honestly, all of these are optional data fields, so I don't care if they don't exist. I'm totally fine with that. All right. So that is how we connect. We are actually going to get back a connect response. And Mr. Connect Response is going to have a URI. And we are actually going to await this future. Okay, let's see how I did it in my example app just really quick. So we have our connect page. So we have on connect. We get our chains. We call this connect function. It's exactly the same as this one. We pass in our required namespaces. All right, really cool. Good, good, good. We show a QR code with the response. Then we await the session future. And then we show a platform toast when it connects. So I am probably going to do that exact same thing. Instead of showing the UI or showing the QR code in here, because I don't have access to what's called a context, I can't actually do that. So I'm going to have to create something that lets me show toasts or show QR codes or show alerts, basically. Outside, like make another service for that. So let's do it. What part of this did you need? Just the URI? Great, great, great. Okay. So, Mr. ChatGPT, I need a service. Let's see. Alert service. Alert. So we need to be able to show alerts. So abstract class alert service. And Mr. alert service is just going to show, I'm going to have a couple of functions in here, I'm sure, but this first one that I really want is just show a QR code with the ability to copy that QR code. That's about it. Looks like I'm lagging. Oof. Come on, buddy. Come on, internet. Recover. Recover. No, don't get worse. No. Okay. Well, I hope that recovers. Looks like it's coming back up. Okay. So, we are going to future void. Is that a future void? No, it's not a future void. Well, maybe. Yeah, we'll call it a future void. Show QR code. And that looks perfectly fine. Show QR code. Have that information available. What information did I have here? We needed a context. Let's see. So we have a set build context so that I can show the QR code, because the QR code does indeed require a context. And then what else do we have? I mean, not much. Like, just got some text with copy to clipboard, all that good stuff. Yeah, totally fine. Okay. Well, in that case, what we're gonna do is, and this is all we need to do. So now we're gonna give this to Mr. GPT. Shows a QR code that you can either scan with a button that you can click to copy the contents of the QR code, like this function, the function show QR code to do the above. The button should be the primary. Yeah. We built above. Also, if you could build a theme that I can use that sets the background. Yeah, so what color do we want the background of this? Nah, we want this to be background white. QR code is black. So that's totally fine. We want that. Of the alert pop-up should be 8. And I think that's honestly all that I need. Should use the context set from the set build context function. Service should also accept a context when built. or I should say in its constructor. Okay, so when you QR Flutter, let's just double check and see if that's what I'm using here. QR Flutter. Boom. QR Flutter, custom button widget. Heck yeah, let's go. Implement the iAlert service interface and the alert service implementation class. Cool, cool, cool. Add the dependencies. Okay, I did that. Path provider. What's that? I don't know what that is. Alright, so we're showing a dialog. It's good. Honestly, it should await the dialog. I don't think it should just kind of hang there or just skip over this. If I wanted to call show QR code and wait for a response from said QR code, for example, I'd want to await that, so we can just make that slight change. QR image versions, gapless, false. Okay, I don't know what that means. And then it teaches me how to use it in my app. Alright, great. So let's just copy this, let's paste it in here. Let's see how we do. There we go. We want to lots of things to import. Flutter material should cover most of these. My iAlert service needs to be imported. QR image needs to be imported. Not sure what a QR versions. Yeah, I don't need this line. Size box, text message. Yep, that's totally fine. Actions, custom button widget. We can import that. Custom button type. Primary. Say copy to clipboard. And we import Flutter services for that. Honestly, we're off to the races. Like, that was awesome. Oh, you know what? I guess for show QR code, we don't actually care. Instead of having this be optional, I will actually just require it. Should make it a bit better. We don't need to throw errors now. We can just make it work. And you. Pretty sure it's getting angry and it's saying, do not use build context across async gaps. Okay. Yes, sir. I don't know why. Perhaps I should look that up. But if we put it there, we're good. I guess the last thing I would like to do is show a nice little toast saying when you actually copied it, or if you've copied it to your clipboard. I need the going to show a toast when, oh, you know what? We don't want to pop this when we copy the clipboard. Don't want to do that. Telling the user it has been copied. Flutter toast package. Now I'll use the FL toast instead. I like that one more. So we're going to add that to our project. Flutter pub add FL toast. I like to use FL toast instead of Flutter toast because it supports more platforms. Using FL I'm going to create a utils folder, and I'm going to put my string constants in here. So, just because I don't like to have these strings like, where'd you go? I like to put these just as a constant. What just happened? I want you. Okay. Did I add FL toast? Did that not work? What do we got? Yeah, FL toast. So this, I don't think is correct. I think I just need to call show platform toast. And as long as I have my context, I just pass in a child. And our child in this case is just going to say string constants copied to clipboard. There we go. Now we are showing our platform toast. Boom. So we know when it has connected. Awesome. I'm actually also going to add another function in here called feature void show text toast. And I'm actually just going to copy this. Good try. There we go. So now I can just say show text toast with the string constants. Copied to clipboard. And I can modify you to say message. There we go. So now I can call this show text toast from anywhere, which I am probably going to be doing quite a bit. I actually consistently wants to show a toast. So, for example, in the Wallet Connect provider, when it finishes this response.session future, I will likely be showing a toast. I don't know if I'll show a toast directly here, but I'll show a toast. So now we need to get our beautiful, wonderful alert service. Do I have get it imported? I don't. I'm also going to add the get it mixin. Because I want that to use or to update my state. Disposable. I want this to be disposable. Okay, I can get rid of this. So now that we have our alert service dot show QR code. And say if the response URI is not null, then we show Mr. QR code. And I expect this to pop up with a dispose function for me. Oh, man. Company on dispose. Override. Is that what you wanted? I think it's on dispose. And you know what? Future void init. I want that too. I'm going to pass another dynamic info. Because I'm pretty sure, in order to create my sign client, is equal to I'm going to expect my init to be some pairing metadata. My info to be some pairing metadata, I should say. Yeah, and I know I'm writing a lot of code. I just don't think that ChatGPT would know how to write this for me, given that I basically made it in February of this year, January of this year. So I am kind of okay. Oh, I need to await this. So I guess the question is, like, pairing metadata is only something that Wallet Connect needs. Other wallets won't need it. So, do I want the info to be my pairing metadata, or do I want to handle pairing metadata just directly in here? I would say it's possible to handle it just directly in here. I can set up Dart defines that pull the information in as I want. Which way is just easier? I mean, for the project ID, for example, like, definitely I don't care about passing that into the info, because this is going to be the only wallet provider that actually needs a project ID. So I am totally fine accepting that from, I should say, the Dart define. So we can do something like const string project ID is equal to string dot from environment project ID. There we go. And I guess we can make it static. Excuse me. So we can get our project ID from the environment. Perfect, we have our project ID. Now do we want to get the name, description, URL, icons from the environment as well? That is the question. Or perhaps there's a mix of information, like info can perhaps come with like icons or something like that. And name and description and URL can come with something else. Let's see. So I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Okay. So I mean, what's? You are not final, sir. You are not. You can be final. Sure. That's just better, I think, if we just get it every time, because the link might become stale. Okay, so we have our project ID. We do this client. Oh, that's why you're fine with it. Jump. So let's just assume that the information I get in info has, let's say it has some icons, because I know that's not uncommon. I mean, let's just say it has this information. I think that's totally reasonable. So we're going to have a required string name. We're going to have a required string description, URL, icons, and instead of a list of icons, I'm just going to say a string icon. I don't really care about having multiple. So the reason I'm not just passing in a pairing metadata object is because, well, I don't want to rely on the pairing metadata object everywhere. So there we go. We have created our sign client. And now we can call something like the init function. Alright, except we don't need to. So hold on. This is actually going to be a two-step process. We need to create a core. And my core is going to have my project ID. And then I'm going to make a sign client. Okay, the reason that I'm splitting these up is so that I can control when I call sign client init. And the reason I want to do that is because I call init that I do actually want to set up some events for things. Yeah. Remember how I said I don't really care about requests? I still think that's true. So I'm going to do future dynamic. You know what? We know what we're going to get back when we do QuickSign, and we know what we're going to get back when we do get accounts. I'm going to use the packed API that I created to have this information available to us. So, yeah, so let's say the QuickSign response. Is it QuickSign response, QuickSign result? Ooh. Poor naming, huh? Let's just see if it's that one. Let me look at it. Okay, fine. That's not what I want. Let's see. I actually have the SDK over here. What do we have in the SDK? Inside of our QuickSign models, we have a QuickSign request with our command sig data. So it is a QuickSign request, not a response. Oh wait. QuickSign result, not a response. Boom. Okay. And I don't think that I included the get account function. So for now, I'm going to leave that one out. instead of dynamic, this is going to take a QuickSign request. And this whole thing is a little bit wrong. Just get rid of all that, shall we? And, oh wait, maybe not all of it, yeah. So we get the active sessions. The chain ID, which is not the chain ID as it is commonly understood. Yeah, let's do that. Boom. Okay. And then we request to make our session request params, which has a method. And this method is just going to be Kadena QuickSign v1. The params are going to be our data. There we go. The chain ID is just going to be Kadena. Chain ID. Do I want that? Because this is either Kadena mainnet, Kadena testnet, etc. I'd love to be able to use this on any chain, which means, or I should say, with any Wallet Connect chain ID, which means I want to be able to have let's pull that in. Static const string. Nah, you know what? It's not a good thing to pull in. So let's say Kadena code, for example, can swap between mainnet, testnet, devnet, and I'd love to be able to, I love designing things so that I can use them in any way that I wish. And this is one of the things that I would like to be able to use in any way that I wish. Or in many different projects, I should say. So we have this QuickSign and Mr. QuickSign. Yeah, let's just pass in a random dynamic info. And in this case, I'm going to assume that the dynamic info is going to be precisely my chain ID. So there we go. That is QuickSign. You're still angry. Why are you still angry? Future dynamic function required QuickSign request is not a valid override of QuickSign. Okay, yep. QuickSign result. What's wrong with it? What do you want? Tell me now. Oh. Instead of data, I want to request. Okay. Well, that fixed it. And now we have our QuickSign function. Let's go. Okay. Alright. I'm going to call that good. I think tomorrow we're going to work on the get accounts function that is defined by the kip, so that I can get all of the accounts, all of your accounts, and all of the chains that your accounts are on, so that we can render. Where'd you go? This list. So we can render this my funds list and only show the chains that you have money on. And that's what the get accounts function is going to do for us, and it's going to be awesome. So today we just built this interaction between DApp and wallet, making it so that we could request transactions and receive signed transactions from our wallet, and also so that we could connect to it. We built the QR code for Wallet Connect that's going to allow us to connect to the wallet on your phone when you scan that QR code. And yeah, I think it's in a great spot. We will honestly find out the moment we run this code to see how it's actually doing. We use ChatGPT for a couple of these things, not for all of them. I'm actually curious. I didn't read through this disconnect function. Let's see. Disconnect, get active sessions. Wallet connector from JSON. Yeah, this won't work. Let's do that. Except I don't really want to do it for every single session. I would rather just do it for the pairing. So we are going to modify this just a smidgen. And we are going to do sign client dot pairings dot get all dot first dot topic. And that should just disconnect all the sessions we have. The topic, the pairing sits beneath the session, so there could be multiple sessions on top of a pairing. From my DApp perspective, I have one pairing. I should only ever have one pairing, one session. That's it. And I just want to delete the pairing, which will delete the session on top of it. So that is the disconnect button, and that should work. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we built our Wallet Connect provider, and next week we can start building out the Kadena service to leverage providers and to connect with different providers depending on which provider we want to connect with. So I guess the last thing I'm going to do here is actually just create an enum wallet provider type Wallet Connect. There we go. And so for now we're only going to support Wallet Connect. That's totally fine with me. I'm happy with that. We're going to Kadena services, and we're going to come back and get this Kadena QuickSign v1 and Kadena Get Accounts v1 working as intended. Which makes me think that we probably want to change this to be QuickSign v1 so that we can iterate on it moving forward. Might be intelligent. There you go. Thanks so much for hopping in, guys. Really appreciate it. It's Thursday. You have one more fetching day to crush this week, to push the needle forward, to get crap done. I really want to have this thing done. Like Multichain IDO, I think it's a lot of fun to make. I love Flutter. I love building in Flutter. Thinking through each of these things is interesting to me, and I enjoy making these little, like this guy. This is really fun to make. Making all this UI with you guys, practicing my Figma skills, making these different variants on things. I think we're cruising. I think we're doing really, really well. And honestly, once we get these foundational pieces out of the way, my hope is that it just kind of starts flying. and cruising along, getting wings of its own. So hardest part, honestly, the hardest part, the part that's like still really ambiguous to me is like determining the many-to-many interaction that will happen when someone decides to purchase or like make a multi-chain purchase. That's still just gonna blow my mind. And setting up a server that'll listen to all those transactions, and that's gonna be interesting. So, like, I think that piece alone will likely take the most time to create. But I'm gonna do a good job. I'm gonna make this all work, and my goal is that when I'm done, other people can take what I built, reskin it, do whatever they want to it, and redeploy it to make chainless applications. So I am excited. I am excited to be done. But have a wonderful day, guys. See ya.